What's going on, everyone? So let's do a little technical analysis live intraday breakdown on a few stocks, some of the stocks I like to trade here. So as of right now, just kind of hanging out in the markets, not really doing too much as far as trading. I closed out an overnight, actually a 2-day swing position long that I had on Tesla. I opened that position on Monday. And I closed it out this morning on the good spike up, as well as overnight position on Nvda that I bought yesterday, just one options contract, and I sold today. I think the gains were like $550 on that. If you want to check it out, go to my Discord. That link is down in the description box below. But with that being said, I'm kind of just hanging out here waiting for the FOMC meeting conference to come out. Pretty much not going to do too much right now. The markets are up. We do have the NASDAQ futures up 300. We have the ES up 64, 65. You know, the big one of the day, Microsoft was actually trading at like 307 today, 305, just shy of pre-market, up 12 points on the day. The insane reversal that it had after that, sell off. And then they came out with the conference call after the earnings numbers and blew everybody away with their guidance. So we do have Coinbase up 190 up at 195, $10 on the day. Nvidia 231 up 8 points on the day. Triple Qs are up 7 points. The SPY is up 6. PayPal's up 4.5. Apple's up 3. So everything's making a pretty nice move. DraftKings had some news today, currently trading at around $22. So congratulations to everyone who was trading DraftKings. AMD currently trading at 113.73. So with that being said, we're going to take a look at just a couple of those charts. I'm going to start off with Tesla here. So the range that I'm really looking at here on Tesla, I'm kind of watching the hourly candles. I don't really want to get caught up in too much choppiness, especially since the market's been so volatile lately. So what I'm really looking for now, Tesla did put in a new high here on this wick at 963.76. We do have a linear regression supply channel here at around 954, 955. What I really want to see here is to kind of break out of this 3-day, 4-day, downward consolidation. I mean, this is pretty much, we're trading underneath supply, under and over the 20, getting rejected at the 50. Today is the first day where we're really getting over that 50-day moving average on the 1-hour time frame. But you can see here, this blue line that I'm trying to scroll across here, this is a linear regression channel 50. This is going to act as a very, very strong level of resistance in this channel. So if Tesla does want to get into that next channel and potentially make that next leg up, that push to around 1013, we're going to really need to close over 963 today. Obviously, to the downside, we know we have our two double bottom wicks here at 851. There's going to obviously be a little room for a potential scalp position. 935, 930 is the 20-day moving average here. 930 is going to have an initial scalp push to 924. Not too much room there. Expect a lot of choppiness. The bigger trade for me that I would be looking for to the downside would be a loss of 923. So from 923, we have room to 900. That's a good 15, 20, 22 point move on Tesla. And with really no resistance below. So the tape can really start to speed up and you can pretty much get in on this short, make some quick cash flow and then get out. But your macro trades, like so, if the market does want to continue to roll over, our macro trade on Tesla to the downside is below $851. As long as we're trading above 851, go ahead and swing this or continue to play this to the upside. Tesla's held up pretty well considering what the overall market is doing. It's obviously down off all-time highs. We know that. But I mean, considering how much the stock price is, it hasn't taken that much of a decline versus something like, take a look at what Shopify has done in this whole month and a half decline from 1,700 down to 700, $800. I mean, that's a 1,000-point haircut. Tesla's down a couple hundred points, but not too bad. So Tesla is trying to make this push up here towards the linear regression at 956. What we would be looking for here is a pop over 963. just know that when you do take these pop plays and you do try to scalp through the highs here, you're going to get a nice pop through 963. So if you enter on the first entry here, you're looking to scale out extremely fast, 2, 3, 4, 5 points on that first rip, because it will set in a new high. And when it does that, it will pull back to kind of back test this and see, is this level going to hold a support? So you have one of two ways to play it. Either you can get in on that quick scalp, take your 2 to 3 points, get out, or you can get in on that, but you're going to have to stomach the pullback just to see if there's a validation of that confirmation of turning this resistance into a new support. And if it doesn't, you're going to have to exit the trade because your next support is down here at 931. So you're not going to really want to put 20, 30 points worth of risk on when you're going into a trade on Tesla, going into it as a scalp or a day trade. You don't want to get stuck holding this thing down 20, 30 points. Let's take a look at Microsoft real quick. I'm just going to take a look at the hourly time frame here. You can see this big candle that we had here in pre-market. So 308.72 was actually the highs here on Microsoft in the pre-market. Maybe I'm trying to look for, a potential short position if we do roll over here. I'm looking at a couple of areas of prior resistance. Okay, we came up, touched this area one time, rolled over 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. We kind of rolled over. So we can kind of correlate this to prior areas of resistance with these 2 bottom wicks from today, right? Even this one here, 4 a.m. pre-market candle, the 7 a.m. Opening market candle, as well as the 8 a.m. candle. Microsoft is getting a nice push up off this linear regression. So we got this nice recovery in the after hours. Pre-market kind of stair walked us up a little bit. Then we had this big push the hour right before pre-market opened, or right before the market opened in pre-market. And then we got this one final tick before we pulled all the way back to kind of, back test this, see if this linear regression is going to hold, see if this channel is going to hold. Are we going to break out of this channel, test it, turn this into a level of support, and now push up? Hopefully with the FOMC meeting, we can get a push up higher. Definitely price target would be something close to 308.79, and obviously any close over the 200-day moving average on the 1 hour time frame of 306, 308 is going to be really, really good. So I'm going to kind of put a level of support here. It's obviously not going to be perfect to the T, but we can kind of assume here, if we start to lose 298.50, 298, we're going to have a lot of room to the downside. Okay, so we're going to have at least 4 points worth of room to the downside. I should probably put it just at 298 even. Let's just make things a lot easier, get a little bit more confirmation here. I want to be below all of these prior channels here, 297.49, a little bit. This will be good enough. If this stock is going to run and it's going to flush, it's going to flush. So what we're looking at here is 298 to the downside. Again, why I'm getting this level of support. This is previous areas of resistance. Okay, previous areas of resistance where we were rejected before in the past, sold off on these levels. And then when we did finally break through, now we've come back 1, 2 times to try to see if we can hold this level and turn it into support. And it looks like we're trying to push off. I'm just going to do one more stock. Let's take a look at Nvda really quick. I could take off these old trend lines here. These are from prior trades. So what we're going to look at here on Nvda, again, I do have the hourly time frame pulled up. 208.88 is our line in the sand. Those are our most recent lows. We're going to keep this line here. If the market does decide to continue to sell off, maybe we go into a deeper correction. I know that I have a macro trade short through 208, right? So if we kind of look at what Nvda did here, going into pre-market at the bell, we put in a first wick here at 235.21, and then at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we put in a top wick at 236.27. So what we would do here is, you can see going all the way back here to Friday, just before we close on Friday's session, we actually put in a high here on this top wick of around 237.55. That's almost correlating with what we did today. So we could put a range. Obviously, when we have a level of resistance, it's not to the exact penny. It's going to be within a range. Maybe sometimes that's $1 range, sometimes it's within a 50-cent range, sometimes it's a 10-cent range. I like to draw these trend lines, these just whoops, I like to just put these, you know, price lines here, but realistically, I mean, we could do like, more of like a rectangle box, something that looks like this, right? Something that looks like this, more of a range like this. We can call this the area of resistance. So what we would want to see Nvidia do is break through this area of resistance, kind of put in a new high, which could potentially be 242, 240, back test this, come back into this zone, right? So instead of treating it as just a straight line with an exact pinpoint price, we could treat it more as a zone. So get out of this zone, come back into the zone to back test this, hold this level, right? Don't break below it, and then start to push higher. You know, that's when you're going to want to really get in on the second wave as the stock is moving higher. You can get in on the first move here, but just know that when you do get in on these first moves, generally speaking, you're going to put in a high, you're going to get rejected, you're going to come back into the zone, or, you know, back to your previous area of resistance, kind of test that area, see if we can turn it into support. If we can't, then obviously we know we come back down to 231, 228, 226, so forth and so forth. So with that being said, I hope you guys found this video informative. I hope you guys got some value out of these 3 stocks that I went over. If you guys want more information, you want me to do more technical analysis videos, and you want to kind of keep up with me, please subscribe to my channel, join my Discord. That link is down in the description box below. Also, if you guys are interested in trading futures, but you guys don't want to put up your own capital to day trade, maybe you guys want to get funded with 50,000, 100,000, 150,000. You want to join the prop firm that I currently trade with and for when I trade futures. That prop firm is Top Step Trader. I have a link down in the description box below. You can actually save 20% when you sign up for your first combine there. Just kind of take it slow, take one trade at a time, build up your account, build up, you know, the discipline, use good risk management, and you'll have no problems getting funded. With that being said, I will see you guys on the next video, and I'll see the rest of you guys who are in the Discord.